Well, do you like playing sports? Or maybe you have a passion, to become a race car driver, or a professional golfer, or an archer, or even a boxer, or a volleyball player. Anything to do with activities like that are sports related. Now you could go on the internet and find free money to help you develop to do that. That's right, to take you to the next level of being, living your passion, about something in athletics like that. See, everybody thinks that getting free money on the internet is just for like students or entrepreneurs or people in financial trouble. But no, here's a website just for people who really have passion for some sort of sport and they need financial help to get to the next level. Now that's cool stuff. Where else are you going to find something like this that's open for everybody on the internet? You just have to find this website and figure out how to do it, and it takes no money to do it. And also the money you get from this website, you pay no commissions. This is a non-profit organization. They don't take any money. It just doesn't get better than that. So watch this video. I interview the fella who runs this site. So watch this. Okay, well, Peter Magnus with ThrillPledge.com. Man, if I was a jock, I want your job. But you have such an incredible crowdfunding site for people that are, want to improve, I guess, as a professional athlete or even as someone in the entertainment business, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the platform is really geared and designed towards helping to get talent funded, be that an amateur under 11 soccer team or someone trying to get to the next level and they're just one rung below a professional sportsman, and we're helping give them that little push just to achieve their goals.
So if I was playing, like my brother played rugby, in college here, and if he wanted to go in like a famous rugby training camp in the UK or something and needed $5,000 to do that, he could go on your site and raise the money to do that, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the idea would be that we would try and put together a sort of very positive campaign that would involve a video that kind of sold the vision of what he was trying to achieve. I think most importantly, you have to sell yourself, so because the crowd are obviously going to have to fall in love with you.
They're investing in you.
Yeah, so it's but then I think if you can provide people with a compelling reason to back you and to support you, and you believe in your talent, then I think anything is possible. I think the idea of going to the crowd to help you get there is a fantastic opportunity to verify that as well.
But it seems like it's such a great site because there's so many sports activities that are not big financial money makers. If you're a professional, you want to be a professional archer or you shooter or whatever, or some kind of volleyball player or something like that, and improve your career in doing these. That your platform really is maybe one of the only places they could go to get funding for something.
A lot of sport is about passion, and the idea behind providing people a platform to showcase that passion is then to enable people that perhaps maybe it's the guy who lives down the road and he shares an interest in archery, or he shares maybe it's someone 2 states over, thinks wow, this kid it's a niche sport, there's no money in it, he does it for the love of it, and that's an opportunity to provide people, to give them access to getting involved and to participating and sharing in that passion. That's quite an emotional driver for people, rather than just going down to the bookmakers or whatever. It's actually you're giving people an emotional piece of someone's sporting journey.
But also, I mean, most of us, at least in the States, we go to professional activity, we're giving money to millionaires. What the hell they need it for?
Well, there is that too, and I think crowdfunding in sport is perhaps an opportunity to take it, to take something back away from those millionaire owners and actually connect on a deeper level with something with which you have a great passion about. So.
And it's a chance, I see. I mean, if you were active in a sport like that and needed funding, that you can develop your community through this. So even if you're not successful raising money, you're really successful in understanding more about the community for what you want to do, and maybe even attract another kind of sponsor or something like that. It's a way to get known for your sport, because I'm sure people interested, like if I was a sports agent, I would be looking at your thing every day to see what kind of young people are coming up on the site.
It's absolutely right. I mean, one of the main drivers of crowdfunding is social media. So enabling young athletes and or, to actually develop their Twitter profiles, their Facebook pages, build out that fan base, and then connect with that audience, actually proving themselves as I don't want a marketable commodity.
Right.
Is very attractive to sponsors. So part of what we offer on the platform, it's not just about getting back, private backing. It's actually about showcasing, one, your talent, and that should be the most important thing. But secondly, what's attractive to a sponsor? Well, if I can prove to a sponsor that, I have this fan base, well, that's quite a compelling argument to get involved. So.
Yeah.
I mean, if you went on this thing, you're on Thrill Pledge and got 300 people that kick in $50 a piece for something, man.
Yeah, if I'm sat in Nike HQ and this kid's a 15-year-old, I'm thinking, oh, hold on, maybe we should go and check this boy out or girl out, So yeah.
And it also seems to me, I mean, with all the internet stuff, it's a way to democratize that system in a way, instead of not having to know the brother-in-law of that agent or something to even get known.
Absolutely. I think, particularly with sports that are less well backed, be it at a college level or something, there must be an awful lot of talent out there that's slipping through the cracks because either, they can't afford the trainers, or they can't afford the commute to the training camp or the stadium or the pitch or whatever. They've got to make an hour journey on the bus every day. They can't do that because they've got to go home and look after their brothers and sisters. This kid is a future, world champion or a future Olympic, gold medalist. And he's got to give it up because he can't afford $5,000 to go to a training camp. This is a great opportunity for people out there, a lot of generous people out there who do have a passion for sport.
But whether it's a sports, I mean, I think as a community too, wherever you are in the world, I mean, to help somebody grow as much as they possibly can, is, I think, there's nothing more important to do. I mean,
it's an emotional investment. It's you're not getting anything back, financially. So what are you getting back? You want to get something,
Well, when that kid's in the Olympics, hey, I own the you watch him on the telly.
Exactly. You can shout about it to your mates when you're out on the town, but also you can feel good in yourself. You know that 20 years ago you used to love running, throwing the javelin or whatever, and now you're seeing that kid doing it out there on the world stage.
But your site also is for entertainment folks, like this young filmmaker from New Zealand who raised, I don't know, like $2,000. He's almost there. A bunch of money so he could go and study film school in Chicago, right?
Yeah, so I think he's wanting to broaden his horizons and try and get some new and fresh experiences, and whether it's him moving on to a bigger stage in the US, or whether he brings those skills back to New Zealand, and that's a benefit to not just himself, but it's a benefit to the wider community for sure.
Right. Especially us if he stays. But more importantly, I think the best part of your site is it's free and you don't even take a commission.
No, that's right. And some people think we're a little bit strange for that, but I think it's we see it as a lost leader for us. So we look at it as a view. We don't want to be taking a commission from a 16-year-old or an 18-year-old kid who's just embarking on their sporting career. We want to help them achieve their goals. We want to help them get over to get to the next level. And who knows, further down the road, if they want to come and work with us on a more commercially minded project, or if through working with them we get into their sector or their sport at a different level, at a higher up level, where there is actually potential to get involved in some revenue making opportunities, then great.
Yeah. Well, so your website's really a nonprofit, and you don't take any commissions like the other crowdfunding sites do. And also, it seems that you also give a lot more personal advice to people trying to do this. And the sports industry and athletes, so you would be a good place than going to some big crowdfunding site who doesn't even know what a javelin is. Yeah. That you guys could speak the language.
Yeah, I think, we try, and we spend personal time, even if it's not face to face, certainly over Skype. But if we can meet up in person, we will do. We want to know the people that are going to be on our platform, and we want to help them. We want to work with them because we want them to put together as good and as quality a project and a campaign as is possible. And they might need our help to do that. We also need our help during the course of that process, and we'd like to be there always to deliver that kind of personal level of care and attention, if you like. So yeah.
Well, I don't hear that a lot on the internet anymore. Everybody just wants to talk by email or don't bother me.
Well, I think sport's always going to be about people to people, and I think that's kind of even as we grow bigger and bigger, I think we're always going to allow for that one-on-one time, and that's because we want to be different. We want to have a point of difference from other platforms, and we want to develop relationships with people long term as well, not just to kind of thanks, bang, bye bye. It's we want to work with people.
No, I've had dates like that. Right. Thank you very much, Peter. It's been a thrill to work with thrillpledge.com. Oh, that was tacky. But even though you're a .com, you're a nonprofit and there's no commission, and you provide help to people who really want to figure out this crowdfunding thing. So thank you for being there.
Thanks very much for your time. All right.
Okay. So, now you can go up the attic and dust off that old bowling ball and see if you can join the professional bowling league. But that's what life is all about. It's really doing things you're passionate about. And that's why the internet is so cool, because now there are sources that are available to anybody to use to get the funding to help you do that.